What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Last video here at the Modest House, we did NovaCore. Now, that was a little bit premature. We typically don't do wall sheathing until our roof sheathing is completed, but as I said in that video, we did not have our Weatherlogic. It was showing up the next day, which it's supposed to show up today, and we're gonna get onto roof sheathing and try to get as much covered as we can, so let's get into it. You gotta love it when a load of material like this comes in the very front of a 50-foot box trailer. You can't just fork it off the side, so you gotta get a little creative. When did we learn this trick, Greg?
What?
When did we learn this? Rock wool?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go behind it.
Oh, yeah, you take it. Well, we're gonna have to get a bigger chain, right?
No, I'll be able to make it work.
You will?
Yep.
Okay. Just let me get my blocks underneath of it.
Yep. Yep.
And they do not give us any room for wiggle either. I guess the good thing is we got our delivery when we hoped we did, so we're gonna be able to start installing Weatherlogic. It's exciting. We weren't actually expecting the Weatherlogic till tomorrow, so we went ahead and started on the NovaCore in that previous video, but now that we've got our Weatherlogic, we can start locking down this roof. So Greg and I have already started straightening a little bit. We're gonna now work on getting this fascia straight. Same process that we do on our metal roofs is the same thing we do on our sheathed roofs, is we need to get everything straight, we need to get everything square. So let's get into doing that. Well, Greg?
I do think our very end kicks out.
Wait, this?
No, not there at the very end.
No, it looks really good.
Does it?
Yeah, this guy right here. I need a chain on this. This right here is bad.
Come back your way.
Or unless you're calling this perfect, because everything seems pretty good, but let me throw a string up because strings don't lie. Okay, this one's good. Yeah, dude. Actually, no, I take that back. So 16, bring 16 back this way about a quarter. I'm gonna go to the other end, verify my chalk line, and this one's gotta come out also. Right here. 8's gotta come out also.
Towards you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Both 8s?
Yeah, that's kind of locked in. Now come over here and move this one, buddy.
You go that way?
Yes. I was pointing over there because I was trying to get you to understand that those chains were stopping you from pulling this.
Well,
I just wanted you to use your intuition. Okay. All right, I like that. I think I'm gonna move down, but I think this middle truss, we might have to put a little wedge on it. Yeah, leave that. No, take off a little bit. Oh, too much. Yeah, leave that. I like it. Yep, I need you to come out this way, 1/8 inch. I just take a bite on it, see what happens. All right, fascia straight. Well, fascia is straight at our tail locations, 8-foot bays. It could be wobbly within that 8 foot, but we're not worried. We'll deal with that as we sheave. So now we got to go straighten the peak and make sure it's square to our fascia and get our end fascia straight. Be careful, my friend. You gonna burn a foot?
Yeah.
All right.
Burn a foot.
All right, burning a foot, 22 and 5/8. 22, 2 and 5/8. Let me write that down.
Wow, that breeze is cold.
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness.
What the heck, man? It's freaking cold. Why is it so cold? Maybe the moisture in the air for the rain today coming.
Yeah.
Okay. 21 foot, 2 inch, 5/8 rise, 18 foot run diagonal. 27, 9 and 7/8. 27, 9 and 7/8. So we are at 28, 10 and a quarter, Greg. So yeah, we need to bring that peak back.
Pooh.
You think I moved it something?
I felt it.
You did?
Yep.
Now, if you're curious, like how we decide where to pull a square, really there's no right or wrong way, but the biggest triangle possible is gonna be your best bet. So if I were to pull a diagonal all the way to my other end, that's gonna be the best one, but I don't really have time for that, and it's not super necessary. So I just come out always to the second truss, which is 16 foot plus my overhang. And you always wanna pull the square to a location that you have your tail. I don't wanna just randomly come here in the middle because this thing is not very secure and it's not gonna stay put. So what were we after? 27, 9, 7/8, so 28, 9 and 7/8. I don't even believe it, brother, we're perfect. 20.
We do need some chain binding.
Yeah, all right, tell me where you need it. So now we got our peak square to our fascia. We straightened our fascia, we then shifted the peak so it was square, but now that end is not straight. So now we need to straighten our end wall, and then we will be ready for sheathing. All right, eyeballs, tell me what you want. That pretty good?
Probably leave that.
What does this end look like? I mean, we can only make one perfect, and we're always gonna make the front perfect. I mean, we can always adjust the back if we have to.
I think there's just one purlin.
Yeah.
One purlin on this low side is just kind of messing us up.
The very, very, very bottom one, almost like our fascia, maybe needs to go to the left just a hair.
Yeah,
we need.
I think there's only like.
Dude, I'm good with that.
It's really good.
Yeah, way at the very top, we'll just have to pop it out a little bit, I think. Yeah, I think we're good. We're gonna go back up. We'll double check our square, and if our square is good, then it's time to put some Weatherlogic sheathing on. Oh, come on. Gonna send her right through the overhang?
Sure.
Cool. All right, we got our fascia straight, we got our peak squared, we got our end straight. Next thing that we have to do is we're gonna try to be smart, and instead of cutting a lot of lumber or sheathing up here, we're gonna figure out our layout, our sheathing layout, and try to do as much prep on the ground real quick. And I think we're good to go. So remember back when we did our purlin marking on our trusses, we had to think about when this sheet goes right here, like so, we wanted to make sure, actually it was the high side, when the sheet gets installed in the center of that right there, we wanted this to be at 4 foot. So when we come through the middle, a 4-footer is gonna work. When we get to the top, Greg, let's, is that gonna be just a bigger than or just smaller than a 4-foot, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then a small piece.
1-footer?
So can we go 8s and
6s?
6s? Because that will give us a 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. So a 6 and 2 8s is good. And then if we go with an 8, will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6.
Right?
Will be a 6.
6.
It'd be 8, 8, 6, 6, 6, 8. So we'll be left with 2-footers. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little bit of scrap. We can use those 2-footers over there because I'm pretty sure when we go to the 32-foot, we're gonna have some 2-footers. Yeah, it is a little breezy. Okay. All right, we got nails. I'll boom this pile up. I think we have to start on the truss because otherwise we'll end with like 1 inch left because our overhangs are 24 and 1.5.
Oh, right.
So we'll have to rip our ends. So let's start right here on this truss line.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there.
Nice.
Nice. This Weatherlogic got me feeling nicey. All right, so first row of sheathing, what we did was we followed the line on our purlins that indicate the edge of the building. So this line right here is how we line up our purlins on our truss. It causes us to have a nice 2-foot overhang perfectly, right? Because we measure from there to here to get our 2-foot overhang. Now when we come up, we straightened this as good as we could with our eyeball, and we use the sheathing to then install exactly to that line. Now what we're noticing is right here, this joint needs to come back just a hair. So Greg is gonna undo that chain. And according to my eyeball, it's good. Hold on, I'm gonna take a look at it, Greg. Okay, now, Greg.
Yeah.
Undo this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that straightened that out. So this looks good. And we're only talking about literally probably 1/4 of an inch, but now's our chance to do it. Take 1 bite off, could you?
Yep. More?
Yeah. Oh, hold that. There, so essentially what we did was we used the manufactured straight edge of our sheathing to fasten to that line, but then what we could see is where this gap is here, this one was too big, which meant that it was pushed out this way, which opened up the gap, and that one was tight, which meant it was pulling too hard, in essence, closing that gap, giving us like a little slight, just microscopic zigzag. So by just adjusting our chains, which we knew where our bad points were, we could ensure a nice straight starting point without having to snap a line. And you could say, well, just snap a 4-foot line and start, Kyle. The problem is you can only do that if you know that your roof is not gonna move once you start working. The problem with post frame, it's not a problem, it's just a difference, is that we put our chains up to make it straight, but there's still inherent movement because the diaphragm of the building is not complete yet, so we can't lock it down for this process. So this is the way we lock it down, and now we're ready to fly here. So the only other thing I always think about is this right here is my next purlin, and I can see that I'm 2 foot, so I'm gonna lock it in because this is where my next sheet is gonna go. So Greg's gonna put a 6-footer right here, and I need to make sure that I start at a 2-foot increment. Otherwise, when I go up there with the top of my 8-footer, it's not gonna be good. So, all right. Second. Come on.
That far corner. Yeah.
See now where this sheet is landing, we know it's 2 foot, but these purlins, they can move around a little bit. So this gives us our opportunity. That's why we don't fasten it here. We always fasten on the back side, and we kind of leave that front side unfastened unless it's on a truss like this where we know it's not gonna move much. But this gives us the opportunity to move this right where we want it and ensure that the sheathing lands in the center of a purlin.
Good.
Yep. Okay.
Go ahead, let it drop.
Yep. Oh. Oh, I missed it!
Come on, brother.
Sorry.
That's...
Something. Yeah, that's all you can do, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. I like it. Yeah, dude. All right, first roof section laid out. We got to do our overhangs. Those will get cut to exactly a dimension, 24, 25 and a half, I think. And then we'll come through and we will we'll cut our ends off. So we intentionally ran these just slightly long. We will put a bevel on our track saw and we will cut with our long track from purlin to purlin with the track saw, knowing that then that'll give us a straight line, and then we just can push and pull the fascia in the middle of each tail and get it straight. So it should look like $1,000,000. And every time we get a section nailed off, it's gonna be locked down and structural. So with that Nova core back there, with this roof section, the building's gonna really start to lock down real nice. All right, back at it for day 2 of roof sheathing, and we got a ton of rain. This is all extremely muddy. Luckily, we got the boom lift. The telly can reach out so we can do something and not have to, you know, completely get our machinery stuck. Because I already tried. I couldn't even take the boom lift to the hill. It just pushed right in the mud. So we're gonna do some straightening, which we just did on this other section we already finished. And we're gonna come from that end into this area where we then can finish this roof section. So bear with us. We're gonna get this all straightened out, and then we'll get into some more sheathing installation. And that'll warm us up. Check it out, dude. New rapid wheel from a guy that, I don't know, it's American made, but he sent it to me, and it's got a chuck on the end for your drill. So once you're done, quick wind up. That's pretty sweet, huh?
That is pretty sweet.
Better than the old, or how do we used to do it? Well, we had one that we could hook up to a drill.
Like a 60, and we wrapped it around a 60.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it comes with 500 feet of line, dude. That's a lot of line. What are our normal ones? 200s? 210s?
No, I think they're...
No, I think they're 210s.
Are they only 210?
Maybe they're 400, I don't know.
I thought they were like around the 5 range.
Whatever.
I don't know.
Who cares?
Oh boy.
Ready? Let's go left-handed, just to be safe. Ready? Well,
no.
You got the important part.
That's right.
I guess. You're looking for 25, no.
Oh, you gave me this end?
Yeah. You got to read it, buddy. 25 or 26, 3 1/4, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna step aside. Let the big dog work his magic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Brother, perfect. Perfect.
Man, for a Monday, other than not being able to drive my boom lifts, it's going pretty good.
Look at that. There's this nice little.
No, go right below that gusset. Right below the gusset. No, below the. Or sorry, I'm sorry. Right below the purlin, above the gusset. Yeah, right there.
I'm so confused.
No, you're not. You're not. Did something.
It did something.
Okay, so now you need to go down there.
Yep, down there, and then right.
Oh, you're right below that block. So 1, 2, 3, fourth purlin.
Yep.
All right, let me see if I can throw that one up. You'll get that.
I guess I'll make that work.
You'll make it work. Better than going and getting the rope.
The rope that's in the container right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it was in the trailer. Why didn't you say something?
It do be right there.
Why didn't you say, Kyle, the rope's right there in the trailer?
I didn't know. I didn't want to argue with you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was just saving us some Monday arguments.
Okay. New year, new Greg. Holy crap, we're not bad, dude. Give me a little bit more on both of them and I think we're gonna be good.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah.
So, like, wedge them up.
Wedge them, bro.
There's already a lot of stink on that. Whew. I don't know, man.
I don't know either.
Oh.
Brother, that looks good.
Oh boy.
Wow, now come over and wedge this. That looks good, dude.
That binder has some stink on it.
Well, good. You got to realize you're starting. You got to realize you're starting to push into the other building now, so it's not such an easy push, bro.
Well, no, so that part's still independent.
Okay, so, it's like, so we got it on that purlin, and then, like, throw me a chain. We'll bring it back down. I need another pullback one below this post.
How much did you need?
Oh, not tons. Not tons.
All right.
You don't even care, Greg?
Oh, so cool.
This is what happened. You didn't even pay attention. So I looked at you for 2 seconds. That's no big deal. Look at this. Yo, I messed this up. That's what I get. I just wanted to see that you were approving of me, and this is what happens, Greg. All righty. I think we got everything straightened up. We'll do our double check real quick on our square, and we should be good to go.
We're like 3 1/8 now.
3 1/8, so I do need more. How's that look going down?
This still looks pretty decent. Definitely to let off on that chain.
I will.
Careful, it's got stink on it.
No, the peak chain, Greg.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But you're gonna have to let off that bottom one too.
Oh, there ain't much on here. Did you feel anything? Huh, why is that not finishing? Okay. So we're kind of not nailing everything 100% right now. We got it tacked up, and we're starting off of those lines that we have on our tails that create our overhang. And by using the sheathing, that is what's trying to straighten out our, that's what straightens out our roof, really, in essence, because we know that we measured those exactly at 2 foot. So if we put our sheathing on them and nail them all, it should, in theory, be about as straight as we're gonna get it. So we're just gonna tack another 4-footer and an 8-footer, and we'll see that everything looks like it's going good. And if it is, then we're gonna be off to the races. Slid on me. Happens, you know.
Okay.
Good. All right, so this is what we were working towards when we stopped here on this section of roof. It was to do this detail. Now that we have our sheathing ran, our next piece is gonna go here, but this, we just cut to sit on this purlin to make sure we were good. Now we need to get it cut underneath so that a piece of sheathing can slide underneath of it. So it's right where we want it. We're just gonna, do the simple thing. We're gonna scribe cut it. This is gonna be a fun cut, I'm sure, Greg. We probably
want to. Ooh.
We could no.
We just kind of.
We're gonna no. I'm gonna cut it, dude. I'll cut it as far as I can, and then
multi-tool it maybe.
I can either multi-tool it or probably sawzall it. So, Greg.
The pinching?
Yeah. You go on the other side over there and just kind of make sure it's lifted up off of this.
You ready?
Yeah.
I can deadlift 400 pounds.
You haven't done that in a while. Dude, like a 1/4 inch, man.
Oh, buddy. All right. I got to lock in here.
You want to switch spots?
No.
I still lift.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh. Lock in, lock in. Nice. Woo! So,
I'm gonna pass out.
hey, nice job. Hopefully I cut it just barely.
Hair heavy. That looks great. Nice.
There. So now we'll block underneath this, run our sheathing. We can tack that down nice and straight where we want it. And then this sheathing can go, and we're just gonna kind of stagger it up and over this until we establish where our valley is. Yeah, I think that's good. We gotta rip this down. We gotta keep it off 1.5 inches off of this wall. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta keep it 1.5 inches off the wall?
Yeah, for our Nova Core. Yo, that's loud. Oof. What the heck? All right, cool. That was, this is exactly how I envisioned it, Greg.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah. I would say so.
Like we knew what we were doing.
Like we planned it.
What we did in our morning meeting.
Yeah, our morning safety meeting.
Yep, we briefed about it.
Okay.
Huh?
What'd you say? Okay. Good?
Yep.
Yeah, good. Just let it go, Greg. It's all right. There you go. Yeah, throw it in the mud. That way we can have to go get it in the mud. I like it. Are you good?
Yep.
Just let it fall.
What?
Let it fall. Gotta love winter building when it, you know, it's gorgeous out today. Like it's 50 degrees. I was sweating before I took lunch. The problem is, this is getting all thawed on the surface. It's good, it's good. But it's still frozen underneath. So as soon as we go to move our equipment, wow, look at it, it's just spinning. All right, buddy, go ahead and get it sucked in what you can. Oh, come on, man. I feel bad about the road.
Watch it, watch it, watch it.
I feel like high speed, huh? Thought I'd be good. I gotta make it, Greg. We did it, man. I think I can still get there. That's no big deal.
That's gonna stay there the rest of the day.
It'll be here the rest of the day. Which I think is fine. We're up over that roof over there. Oh yeah, I'll get here.
Yeah? I think I got enough chain.
You're gonna find out.
Get it, Kyle!
I got it, I got it. Go ahead and just, yeah, wedge it first, see what happens. Come on, Kyle.
Oh, we don't need that peak chain anymore.
Whew. All right, dude, now the real fun. After I drink my coffee. See if we can get that telehandler over here, all 22,000 pounds with a full bunk of sheathing. We're gonna make some ruts. Oh well. You want me to go above it or right next to it?
Above it. We're not going that 2 foot.
Good? Good enough for the girls you run with?
That'll work. More? More. Okay, yeah, right there.
Right there?
Yep.
I hit one on an angle into it and then one next to it, yeah.
Pretty decent. I don't know if I would change anything.
You wouldn't change it?
I don't think so. I think as it sits is what we want.
Looks good, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what that means?
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know if I do.
Oh, yeah, you do.
What does it mean?
It means it's go time.
Just like that.
Got it, brother. make it work. No hill for a climber, my guy.
That's right.
Please don't cut my fingers. Okay.
Wind changed.
Yeah. It might be a little bit, but actually, yeah, that's good. I'm cramping right here.
It's a weird spot to cramp.
Yeah, it's like right in my chest. Now my arm's hurting.
Is your arm going numb? Brother, what's your heartbeat like?
Hello? Why is this not 22 and a half?
Other one. It was probably your other one that you wanted.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that was the one I wanted. Perkins. You got that gun, Greg? Never mind. Ugh! Dang, that wind. Good? All right, we got one more thing to do on this roof, and that is we got to clean up the edge on the fascia, get that cut back, and I think that'll be a good end to this day because it has really turned sour out here weather-wise. It's gonna be a little difficult without snapping the line, but make it work. Heck yeah. That's pretty good. I can eyeball that. Like my straight edge? Yeah, straight. Oh, feels good to have that turned off because that means we're done for the day. We're not done entirely with the roof. If you look above me, you see we still have some sheathing to do. We have a valley set to install, which is sitting over there in that pile. And that's gonna be in a later video, but this is gonna wrap up the first major chunk of roof sheathing. It feels good because it locks the building down. It's what we really would like to do before we jump into our wall sheathing, but as you can tell, we did get a lot of that done. That was in another video. If you're interested about Nova Core, we got more of that coming. We'll probably start back on that next. I'm just hoping that the impending cold that's coming tomorrow firms up this ground because I mean, you look out there in that yard, I do not want this job site to look like that because it just looks horrible. I don't like working in mud. But anyway, hey, Weatherlogic. It's great to work with. It's a nice rigid board. It's struck one. integrated WRB, so it's gonna really hold up in the weather that we're having here, and that is why I'm using it. We will be installing a vapor dry. It's back there in that box. Now you may be saying, Kyle, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just tape all the Weatherlogic? That's what it's made for. It's because we're putting an exposed fastener metal roof. What that means is if a seal leaks, we don't want any issues. The vapor dry, self-healing membrane. Weatherlogic, as good as it is, it's not a self-healing membrane. It has a WRB, but yeah. Catch you guys on the next video, huh? We're gonna get out of here. This day turned to crap. It is miserable out here and I'm ready to go home.